I always, like I said, I always enjoy going up to the conventions, Wizard World, and C2E2, and seeing the vendors there, and the artists and the authors, and looking at their wares. And I feel bad about this because I do have to be very careful about what I get and not overspending. But I do enjoy looking at their stuff, and I do always try to take their business cards, because that way, that's my way of saying, I've seen you, I'm not ignoring you, but I'm taking this and I will remember you. And there have been times when I have remembered. I've looked at their business cards or their bookmarks or their promotional postcards or whatever they have, and I have remembered them, and I would go back and see them again in the future, and I would that time around I would get something from them. What I like to do is I put them in, I stick them into whatever journal I'm using at the time, and I'm currently using my now this isn't a TARDIS journal. It's a police box journal. There, so make sure you make the distinction, because it says on here, if you can see that, police. If you can make that out, there it is. This is a police box journal. So get it right. And I'll show you. There's my Lex Luthor picture that I had taken out in the foyer. It's just a little bit of everything. There's my, I went and saw Suicide Squad the night before, because I figured I better go see it, and so I'll know what everybody's talking about up there. Saw quite a few Harleys and a few Jokers. Harley was good. I liked Harley. I wasn't really sold on Gangsta Joker, though. Sorry, Jared. And I got this TARDIS sticker. I don't remember who I got it from, which dealer I got it from, but the lady working the booth was dressed as Osgood, and I told her I was sorry that the doctor didn't pick her, and she laughed. And this fellow was here. He wrote a book on Right or Wrong, A Writer's Guide to Creating Comics by Dirk Manning. That's him right there, and that's his card. I found him on Facebook, and I found his book on Amazon. And surprise, surprise, it's actually cheaper in Kindle form. So that'll be something to get in the future. And here's a fellow I took a picture in front of his banner. Mike makes stuff. He really does. See? And this is the card. This is a free card he gave me, free picture he gave me for taking a selfie in front of his banner. It's a baby chimera. There's Adam Hicks's card. We'll see what he came up with for me for the Ziploc challenge. These guys, collect.com, they're a collectors group, I guess, and this guy was here, GuyGilchristArt.com. The Black Bazaar, they make leather goods. And who's this guy? Oh, that's Victoria Bell Cosplay. She's a cosplayer. She was up there dressed as Wonder Woman. And that's all her information. And this guy was really neat. He had one of those 3D scanners up there where you stand in the scanner in your costume and it makes a little figure of you. They do cool work, and they really do. A little pricey, but you know, it's cool. You get what you pay for. And she was there with her drawings, Nubia O'Hare, and there's her contact information. This guy I actually met at the Music Box a few years ago when they had their annual 24-hour Halloween horror movie marathon. He was actually outside, and my nephew Joe was there, and he got his picture taken with him. Count Midnight. Let Count Midnight put the bite on you. Well, he certainly did that night. Wacky skits, horror, and sci-fi movies, special guests such as William Shatner, Elvira, Anne Rice, John Astin, Stan Winston, George Romero, Svengoolie, and many more. Met him at the Massacre at the Music Box Theater. And here's another indie comic group that was there. Golden Bell Entertainment. Rob Gross, content developer. And these are some of his goldenbellstudios.com, and that's one of his titles, the ValyardMansion.com. First 5 chapters are free, so I'll be checking him out. This is the guy who was next to Adam Hicks, Matt Festa, and his website is called Tiamat's Garden, tiamatsgarden.com. And I always try to get, if there's something on both sides of the card, I'll be sure to get 2 so I can put both sides in my book. So this was on the one side and this was the other side. That's his work right there. And here is Stabbity Bunny, Richard Rivera, writer and creator. And that's his business card. And these are actually these two were the same group. Cause Awesome Studios. They do costume commissions, media advertisements, event promotion, charity work. Costume designers, photographers, cosplayers, models, actors, props, photo editors, videographers. And this is their other company. That's their Etsy shop, Wolfgar Weapons. They do weapons props, custom costume weapons and props. They make cool stuff. Yeah, they do. I got to get a look at some of their weapons, and it was pretty neat. This was Ren Garcia. He's on another page. That's his card right there. I like the picture more, so I stuck it picture side up. I forgot these guys were. I forgot about these guys because I was too busy wandering around checking stuff out. But they were there at the Find the Blood Drive upstairs, panel rooms 49, 52, and 53 by the Skybridge walkway. You get a free T-shirt, vampire teeth, and ticket to the Laugh Factory for all donors and cosplay makeup. So I missed out on my free T-shirt and vampire teeth. And Heartland Blood Centers, I used to give to them pretty regularly. I don't anymore. I need to start giving blood again like I used to on a regular basis. Now here's Ren Garcia's other card. This one I got to stick both sides in. Are you weird enough for us? You have no idea. Science fiction and fantasy book series. This is the League of Elder, and that's all the characters there. And what does it say here on the back? The League of Elder dares to be unusual. Set in a far-reaching universe created by the imagination of Ren Garcia, surprises wait around every corner. Here the gods appear as ordinary animals. Men and women remain young throughout their lives, and age-old enemies sometimes manage to discover one another despite all that conspires against them. Journey to the stars and dare to explore things best left alone, or stay grounded on fabulous worlds and discover the wonders all around. Look left, look right, look up or down. Adventure awaits in any direction. Each book is your lantern, lighting the way to a place of riches never before seen. So what do you say? Are you weird enough for us? So I may give them a shot one day. That's their contact information. Looks good. Looks intriguing. And here's another group that looked intriguing. Mad Cave Studios, comics, film, games, madcavestudios.com. They're based out of Miami, Florida, and that's one of their comics that's coming soon, RV9. And this is one of their comics that they have out right now, Midnight Task Force. Can a madman save his city? Well, Batman saves his city, only he doesn't have a gun he doesn't use guns, so I don't know. And he doesn't smoke either, so I don't know. Here's another guy who had little sculpture figures. MuckyChris.com, 3D, Facebook.com, 3D Mucky Chris. He's got all these little Buddha statues, only that one's Yoda, there's Bender, there's Vader, there's Hellboy, there's Boba Fett, there's C-3PO. He's got different sizes of C-3PO, and there's a Stormtrooper, and there's a Fight Club soap bar, and a Cylon, and I don't know who that's supposed to be. And there's a TARDIS nightlight. There's a TARDIS light switch. And Fear and Sunshine. Are you ready for the madness? Start reading the saga of monsters, mad science, and a little hippie girl for free at fearandsunshine.com/free. So there's the monster, and I'm guessing that's the hippie girl. Should have wrote down the artist's name. It's on the other side. Well, I'm sure it'll be on the site as well. So fearandsunshine.com. Check them out. And here are the cards I got at the MeTV booth. There's Clark Kent's card and Wayne Foundation. There's Diana Prince's card. These are all for the Super Sci-Fi Saturday and all the shows that they have on there. There's Dr. Smith's card and Ninny, and there's Dr. McCoy's card and Bruce Banner's card. There's James West's card, the Secret Service agent, and of course, in his own special place of prominence, Svengoolie. And I had to highlight it with little fireworks and arrows and stars and everything. He shows up at C2E2. So next time I'll go to C2E2 and get him to sign my TARDIS journal. And there's my wristband that I had to show to get from one section of the convention to the next. They had stuff in one area, and then they had stuff in another area, and I had to show the wristband to get from one area to the next. And as you can see, it's kind of making my journal bulge a little bit. So, but I've been working on that. I've been pressing it down, putting my laptop and other stuff on it so it kind of packs down a little bit.